So I am going to talk about MPV, that's mappingpoliceviolence.org. And as of the 10th of September 2025, the number of people who have died by police violence is up to 958. Easily, it's going to be more than 1,000 people um, before next year. So we still have to get through October, November, December. That's 90 days we have to get through. So the data for MPV is interesting. People should go and look at it just to see all of what is included when somebody dies by police violence. It's not always a shooting. They're not always shot by the police. And the data is interesting. And for most of the victims, all the like basic details are listed. Sometimes the name is withheld, sometimes the ethnicity is withheld, but a lot of it is there. And as quiet as it's kept, lots of white people are killed by the police, but you never hear about it. You know why? Because they don't want other people to think that white people are so bad the cops got to kill them. They want you to think that white people don't commit crime, that white people don't commit crime, especially against other white people. So they always, every time you turn around, they just always got a black person up there that they want to have as the suspect, as the perp. Always, always, always. They'll even come up with something outrageous that a black person did, mostly a black male did, to distract from something. And they do that a lot. Make the black person the suspect, and then we can use that as a distraction. So so that people, society at large, don't think that white people do bad things. And we know that they do bad things because if there's anybody who can get away with committing crime, it's white people, especially young white males. So why do you suppose they don't mention it on mainstream media? And you will never hear mainstream media say the shooting of an unarmed white man. Yes. You're never going to hear that. So they want you to think that white people don't commit crime, that they don't kill each other. And there are people who believe that lie about black people, which is that black people commit most of the crimes against white people. Is it something like, is it 53%? It's something outrageous. It's something that doesn't make sense mathematically. The percentage of crime committed by black people on white people. And when you have all day long, you got these politicians and the government and this one and that one committing crime against black people. And it's not just with murder, it's, crime against, it's like crimes against humanity. Things that they do that they know is going to make life tougher for black people. That's what they're doing. Crimes against humanity. Everything that's going on. That's what it is. So I'm saying it so that it'll go out. It'll be on the internet. Yeah, I said it. You can go and get the footage and let's play it back and let's see what it is I said. White people kill and do crime way more than black people do. They don't want to report it. So every little thing a black person does is reported. So it looks like all the time they're putting up in front of you bad things that black people are doing. And it be some bad stuff. But when it comes to white people committing crime, it's pretty bad. It's so bad, mainstream media don't want to broadcast it. They are reluctant to broadcast the things that go on, the crimes committed by white people. And you do know they commit crime, right? Young white males with all the killing and assaulting that they do, mainstream media always looking for a black man to hang. It don't matter. The black man could be running for his life. They'll still get him. And then it seems to me, and no matter what the white guy does, no matter what it is, it's soft pedaled in the media. But when a black person does something, young black male, they go out their way to find somebody that says something negative about the person. Yeah, they do. If you don't see that, then it's because you have on the blinders and you feel like ignorance is bliss. You don't want to know. Because it's there, it's right there in your face. And so people see it so much, it's propaganda. They see it so much, it just be like, oh, well, okay. And no matter what they say, they're going to believe what they see on TV. They're going to believe what they hear. They will believe what they hear. It doesn't matter that it's not true, it doesn't matter that it's a lie. But that makes life difficult for a lot of people. But and all type of things happening to people just because they black on the train, somebody threatened by your presence, they don't like the way your face look. Oh no, And I be reading some headlines that be some crazy stuff happening to black people, and not just in the U.S. It's global. It's global. So I think that globally, black people are a majority. But you couldn't tell that from the way news is reported in the United States. Black people are 13% of the population. That's a lie. How 13% of the population gonna commit 53% of the crime? It's the math doesn't make sense. And usually when something doesn't make sense, you cannot make it make sense. So I don't know why people say that. Make it make sense. It cannot. So that's how it looks from where I stand. When white males do something, no matter what it is, it gets soft pedaled. Chill up, folks. I saw a headline earlier today where a woman she had gotten evicted from her house, and the landlord goes back to clean up and stuff, and he finds four dead babies in the house. A white woman, four dead babies, y'all. All type of stuff. White people be doing some really diabolical things, and that's putting it mildly. But every time you turn around, they want to blame it on, they want to talk about what a black person did or didn't do. And they something bad happens. They hoping it was a black person that did it. Excuse me. Yeah, something bad happens and they wish that a black person do it. So the what they say is they'll say something like extreme left winger, an extreme left person. Oh, it's exhausting. But I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm looking. I'm seeing what's being said. I'm looking at what's going on, and I know what they're trying to do. They want to do what they've been trying to do since forever. They're trying to eliminate black people. If they keep at the rate they're going, in 50 years there won't be no black people. That's what they want. But a whole lot of people gonna get caught up in that. A whole lot of people, and they don't care. They don't care. It doesn't matter as long as they can make a gallant effort to eliminate black people. So yeah, mapping police violence and the crimes that young white males, period. It don't matter if they're old or young, that they get away with. Then you have these judges. Judges, they partly the reason why white males get away with what they get away with, because the judges won't sentence them to um, substantial time for the crimes that they do get called out for, get caught doing in the process of doing that. And that can be said for lots of those famous serial killers that people love to talk about. If they had been locked up, a lot of people wouldn't have died, wouldn't have been murdered. But they don't care. It's like the judges are lenient and soft on white males who commit heinous crimes. But if a black person comes up in their court, male or female, it don't matter. They throw the book at them and they make sure they get long, long sentences. Sentences way longer than they should be. But then when the white guy comes along and he does something really bad, he gets a slap on the wrist and allowed to once he maybe serves 6 months, he go on about his business and just do whatever it is he wants to do. So there are two sets of laws in the U.S. There sure are. And with mapping police violence, the data shows that lots of white people are killed by the police because white people are just as much a criminal element in the U.S. as anybody else, and more so because they can get away with it. They go before the judge and the judge don't sentence them. And then because they don't get sentenced and all that, they take into account that's what they be using to say that the crime rate with black people against white people is higher because they don't even count. They don't even look at what the white people do. That's a crime, criminal activity. They tend to ignore it. And I'm not making that up, and I'm not being mean, and I don't care if you call me racist. It don't matter. It don't matter. At this point, the only people that's racist now are black people. Did you know that? So it don't matter. Call me a racist. But so they don't want to tell the truth. They don't want to tell the truth. So many lies, and they just keep on telling the lies, and the people believe the lies. And you got young people coming up, they get that fire in them, and they go on and get the TV shows, and they just keep on talking. I mean, like really mean and nasty stuff, and they're saying who it is they're talking about, and you know who they're talking about. Okay, I'm not going to keep on going. I don't want this to be too long. But my next segment is going to be on the New York Post. So thank you for joining me for this segment of Mapping Police Violence.